Hey there, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be planning the week before Christmas using this beautiful Jack's and Pepper kit. I figured it would be great to use because it's the first official week of winter, and this box here says winter on it. So yeah, I'll just kind of flip through the kit. I haven't been filming hauls lately, so I figured I should kind of show it a little bit. I decided I was going to use rose gold foil with this, so I did already go through and put in the date dots, which is helpful to me because it kind of is tedious, and I often also forget what the dates are if I put down the date covers before putting the dots on them. So it's currently Sunday, so the day before this week actually starts. I have an okay sense of what's going on this week, but not completely. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and get started by putting down the full boxes, and then I'll speed through that part because it kind of takes me a little while to decide what I want to put where. After that, I'll come back and kind of start talking through things. Oh yes, I forgot. I was going to do the I was going to answer the same questions that Jasenia of the Planner Sophisticate and Holly of Holly Plans and a couple of other people answered in their holiday tag video. So yeah, in that case maybe I won't speed through because I feel like it's going to take me a while to go through the questions. So yes, they did a tag video and they mentioned that people should, do the tag. I'm a person with a YouTube channel doing planner videos, so I figured I would do that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started putting down the boxes, and I'll get started with the first question, which was, what is Christmas weather like where you live? I live in Rhode Island, where it's pretty cold and often snowy, but I actually don't spend Christmas here. Just gonna kind of figure out where I want to put the boxes. I can never decide what to do for how to stagger boxes when I have a double box. So I feel like maybe I'll just do this. Yeah, do those two there, unless I have a more recent one. I think I like that with the middle. Okay, that's why it takes me a while sometimes to put down boxes, because I don't really ever know where I want things to go. Anyway, so yeah, I'm from Philadelphia originally. I did spend a lot of Christmases in Boston when I was growing up because my dad is from here, and when his parents were alive, my grandparents, we did spend most Christmases up here in New England with them. So it was usually, kind of snowy. There's at least snow on the ground usually, when I was a kid at least, in the Boston area. But I think, I don't know. And when I was a kid in Philadelphia, it was often snowy. I'm sorry, it's hard to talk while I'm doing this. So yeah, up here in New England, it's often snowy, not necessarily snowing on Christmas. In Philadelphia, winter, obviously is a little bit of a later start because of the climate, mid-Atlantic. But yeah, there was often snow on the ground when I was a kid, but with climate change and stuff, in the last few years, it's actually been unseasonably warm pretty regularly in Philadelphia. A couple years ago, we actually were sitting out on the deck with my dad grilling on Christmas Day, which was a bit disturbing. It was, nice to have 60-degree weather, but not so nice when you think about what that actually means. So, yeah. I think I meant to put that down here, so I'm just going to use my undo and move that. So the next question were, what are your top 5 Christmas and holiday songs? I'm not sure that I have a top 5. I have a few favorites. I like some kind of offbeat ones. Not necessarily like strange, some of them are, but also just ones that aren't as popular. One that really stands out to me is the song Ryuchiu, which I believe is it's in Spanish, and I think it's from Spain. And it's a pretty religious Christmas song. I'm not religious at all, but I really like the song. We sang it in my school chorus. I'm not a good singer, but we did have a school chorus that everyone was in. I think we sang that when I was in middle school, and I've always remembered it and really liked it. And there's a really nice version of it by the Monkees, which I'll link below because it's just beautiful. There's a version of Silent Night by Simon and Garfunkel, which kind of just, which I find really powerful. It's overlaid with a newscast of like really terrible news from the Vietnam War era. And it's definitely not like typical of a Christmas song. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of suitable to the current political moment in the United States as well. So I really like that one. From when I was a kid, I really loved the John Denver and the Muppets CD for Christmas. I think that's just so much fun. And then when I was a teenager, I was really into Bright Eyes. I still like Conor Oberst a lot, but I especially liked A Christmas Album by Bright Eyes, which has a lot of the normal songs, but they're a little bit differently arranged, I guess. Yeah, I think that's a really nice one. And then, let's see, anything else? I love the Shins version of A Wonderful Christmas Time, and Rufus Wainwright's cover of What Are You Doing New Year's Eve. I think that's a beautiful song. And I love basically any version of Auld Lang Syne. I'm pretty sure the next question is, what are your top 5 Christmas movies? And I actually don't think I have 5. I don't like a lot of the like traditional ones. I don't like Home Alone. I don't like Elf, just because I don't really like Will Ferrell, to be honest. I really kind of hate A Christmas Story with I don't know, I just find that movie kind of gross. Love Actually, I don't know. I'm kind of a Grinch or Scrooge. Oh, but speaking of Scrooge, I do like A Christmas Carol, and the Muppets version was a childhood favorite. And let's see, what else? As a kid, I also really liked the animated How a Grinch Stole Christmas. I think that's just a great movie. It's only like 26 minutes long, which I didn't realize until recently. And you can watch the whole thing. So you watch the whole thing very easily. I just love that. So the next question is, what's your favorite holiday treat? And it's hard to pick just one, so I'm going to kind of break it into categories. So like drinks and boozy treats, I really love spiked mulled cider. I think at some Christmas mornings we've had mimosas, which is always nice. I mean, that's not just a Christmas thing, obviously, but they are delicious with like cinnamon rolls or whatever. Oh, and speaking of cinnamon rolls, we usually have those on Christmas morning at my parents' house. My mom always makes sugar cookies. We didn't frost them, but we would put like cinnamon sugar and like almond slivers and those little cinnamon red cinnamon candies. And they were always so good. It was really fun to decorate them. Yeah. The next question after that was, what do you eat? Oops. I just knocked into my tripod. Hopefully it's not bad. Anyway, the next question was, what do you have for Christmas lunch or dinner? My mom and I are both vegetarians, and my dad and husband both eat meat. So I feel like it kind of varies because of that. Honestly, a lot of the time we've gotten food from a Chinese restaurant near my parents' house, which is always great. I think this year my dad and my husband are going to have steaks. My mom and I usually make kind of a Thanksgiving-y sort of meal. So we'd have like mashed potatoes and biscuits and cinnamon maple carrots and stuffed mushrooms and things like that. So yeah, I have the bottom washi and the full boxes in. I think I might go ahead and do the sidebar. I think I'm going to pull in some stuff from outside of the kit for the sidebar. This was a $2 Tuesday kit from Jackson Pepper, and I did not pick up the full box checklists. So I'm going to pull in this little sampler from Paper Dove Shop and use this little weekly box here. And then I actually am going to be using this Paper Dove Shop kit next week, but I never use all of these, whatever they're called. I can't remember what the word is called right now. Ombre heart checklists. So I'll pull in probably one of these as well. Maybe the green one. I feel like the green or red, I'm not sure. So, and I'm definitely going to be using these rose gold foil headers in the sidebar as well. So the next question was, does your family do stockings for Christmas? And the answer is very much yes. I think this is a tradition from my dad's side of the family that we continued when I was a kid. I'm an only child, by the way. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. When my dad was a kid, his parents did stockings, and they would sneak up into his room on early Christmas morning and put his stocking at the foot of his bed, and then he was allowed to open that when he woke up without having to wait for the family, you know. So that was a tradition we did when I was a kid, and then obviously well, not obviously, but when I got older, we didn't stop doing that, but we started just opening stockings first thing in the morning when we all got downstairs. So yes, we definitely do stockings. I've had the same stocking since I was very little. It's an LL Bean like embroidered stocking with my name on it that my aunt did the personalization on it, I'm pretty sure, when I was very little. And my dad still has his stocking from childhood, which is actually funny because we used to always get my dad a CD for Christmas, and it wouldn't fit in the stocking because his stocking was from like way before CDs were a thing. It was his like original stocking from his 1950s and 60s Boston childhood. For some reason this sticker right here is not lifting off of the paper properly. It's not like it's miscut, I don't think. It's like the backing is stuck to it. This seems to happen sometimes with premium matte. It's not the shop's fault, I don't think. I think it just kind of happens. The next question was, I guess, like, how old were you when you stopped believing in Santa? And this is kind of out of character, I feel like, for me. because I was a very skeptical kid and I wasn't religious at all. But I think I believed in Santa until I was about 8 years old. I used to get up on Christmas morning and there would be like what I thought were hoof prints on the roof. There's like a roof outside of the bathroom on the second floor of my parents' house where the kitchen is underneath that roof. The kitchen was an add-on to the house. I'm still trying to get the sticker peeled up. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, I would look out onto that roof when I was brushing my teeth in the morning on Christmas morning, and I would think that I saw roof prints. So that kind of kept me believing a little bit longer, I think. But I remember waking up one Christmas morning and seeing a squirrel run across that roof, and I saw that those were squirrel prints because they're 2 feet together, kind of looked like a roof, like a hoof, I mean. So I think that's kind of when I stopped. That was like the moment that I realized that that's what that was, and kind of stopped believing. My husband grew up in South America, and he was raised both Jewish and Catholic, and I don't know that he grew up with Santa as a tradition. So the next question was, what does Christmas look like in your house? So I'll kind of answer this in two parts. So in my own adult grown-up house with my husband, we obviously don't really celebrate Christmas here because we travel down to see my parents. We do celebrate Hanukkah here together. My husband is Jewish, and he is no longer both Jewish and Catholic. He is definitely Jewish. So we've been celebrating Hanukkah here for the past several days. I think the last night of Hanukkah is Tuesday. Technically it goes into the next day, but there are no candles to be lit that night. So anyway, yeah. So we celebrate Hanukkah here together, and then we go down and celebrate Christmas with my parents. We do have a Christmas tree up here, as well as the menorah. But at my parents' house, I kind of sleep in a little bit late on Christmas morning. When I was a kid, of course, I got up really early because I was so excited. But these days I like to luxuriate and wake up at, I don't know, it's not too late, like 9:30 or something. So yeah, we all then gather in the living room, eat cinnamon buns, and open our stockings. And then we take turns each opening a present. We go around in a circle, and then each of us picks a present and opens it, and then go back around and around until we're all done. I'm not sure if I have enough room for this box that I was going to put in. Maybe I'll cut off I'll take my undo and pull off a couple of those boxes. Trying to answer these questions is kind of making it harder for me to do the actual putting down of stickers. But it's fun, so. What I'll do is I'll put this down and then I'll put that down at the bottom. So yeah, and then after we've opened presents, we kind of spend some time, if there's like technology stuff, we set it up. I help my parents set it up, or my husband does. And then we, maybe like play with any toys or whatever, like video games or something, or read the books that we received, or flip through them and whatever. And then I think the next question will kind of address the rest of Christmas Day for me. So I will go on to that one. So the next one is favorite holiday tradition. I actually have two of them. The first chronologically is that on Christmas Eve we open each a gift. I think that originated in my family because when my dad was a kid, they would go to Christmas Mass. And I think, like, as a reward for behaving, they would each get to open a gift. So yeah, I've gone to, like, New Year's Eve midnight Mass, like, 2 times ever in my childhood. But we do still do that tradition of opening a gift on Christmas Eve, which is really nice. And then the other one on Christmas Day is that for the last, I want to say about 7 years, my parents and my husband and I all go to a movie on Christmas Day. So I think the first year, we did it a few times when I was a kid, but when we really started doing it as a tradition that we did every year, I feel like it was about 2010, I think. And we went and saw Black Swan. So it's not like we go and see a Christmas movie. We just see whatever movie we want to see. Usually, like, movie we think will be like an Oscar contender, or just a comedy that looks particularly good. So I think this year we might go see Downsizing. I also think that's kind of an increasingly common Christmas Day tradition, because when we first started doing it every year, the movie theater would be pretty empty, which was great, because we could sit wherever we wanted and kind of spread out. But last year the movie theater was, like, full. It was really busy. And that's been the case for the past few years. One year we went and we saw Big Eyes a couple of years ago, which was okay. We saw The Wolf of Wall Street. So yeah, we kind of just go and see whatever we think is interesting. My parents don't go to watch movies very often, and my husband and I used to when we lived in a bigger city. When we lived in Boston and New York, we would go all the time. But here in Providence, most of the movie theaters are kind of out in the suburbs, and we actually do live in the city, except for the one movie theater downtown at the mall, which we don't really like. So, so we don't go as much anymore. So it's really nice to get to do that with my parents. Okay, I feel like that's not totally, like, straight, but it's fine. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and skip through putting down the headers. I'll speed it up, I think, because that's going to take a long time, and I definitely cannot do that successfully while also answering questions. So I've got all those headers in. I'm just going to go ahead and finish putting in the date covers here. I think these are so pretty. So I think the next question was, what is your best holiday memory? And for me, I mean, I'm sure I had great Christmases as a kid. I definitely spent a lot of Christmases up in Boston with my my aunt and uncle and some of my cousins and my parents, obviously, and my grandparents when they were still alive. And those were all really special. But I think my favorite Christmas memory is the first Christmas that my husband and I spent together when he was my boyfriend at the time. We have been together since 2008, and we've lived together since 2009. But those first couple of years, we didn't get to spend Christmas together because he was traveling out of the country to visit his parents in Honduras and Ecuador, and so we didn't get to spend those times together. But from 2011 on, I think we've always spent Christmas together. And 2011? Yeah, I think it was 2011 or 2010. I'm not sure. But that was always really nice. And that has always been really nice. And it was especially memorable that first year just because he was there, and it was just so nice to be there with my three favorite people, my parents and my husband. Yeah, so that's just kind of a heartwarming memory. The question also included the prompt to include a photo on the screen somewhere of yourself as a child at Christmas. So I'll put that up. So yeah, I'll put a picture up over here someplace, and it's a picture of me on Christmas morning, wearing mittens, and my hair is all messed up because I was not the kind of child who would tolerate having things put in her hair. So naturally they would always end up kind of a disaster. But it's a pretty cute picture, I think. Okay, so I'm going to open this back up. I'm also going to check and make sure that things are centered in the screen here. I think this spread looks really nice so far. I really enjoy all of the foil. So, okay, what's next in terms of planning? So up next, I think I'm going to go ahead and put in these rose-colored days, which, by the way, these headers are rose-colored days, and so are the little date dots. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put these rose-colored days Christmas countdowns in. I didn't use them last week because I kind of felt like they clashed with the kit that I was using, so... I don't know if I'm going to use this actually because I have a rose gold Christmas Eve sticker. No, I feel like I like this a lot actually, so I'm thinking I'm going to use this. Where do I want to put it? The next question was, what is your favorite Christmas ornament? And I have kind of two, I guess. The first is at my parents' house. My parents have a lot of the Christmas decorations from my dad's childhood, and I think a few from my mom's as well, but I feel like the Christmas tradition in my family mostly comes from my dad's side of the family. Because I think because his mom was kind of an epic Christmas person. She would bake a ton of stuff, and they'd have like, you know, those big tiered dessert trays and stuff. And so I think that was really special to my dad, and that was something that he brought into my parents' marriage, just like really going all out for Christmas. So yeah. So yeah, my grandmother, I think in the 50s and 60s and 70s had a lot of little, I think she did a lot of like DIY Christmas ornaments. I think maybe she bought kits that came with the like things that you would then put together to make an ornament. And there's one that I really like that's kind of funny. It's odd. It's like a little plastic orange rind. That's like the whole orange but without anything inside of it, obviously. And it kind of, if you have a light behind it, it kind of glows through it because the plastic's kind of thin. So there's like a spiral cut out of the front of the orange, and then inside there's like a little bit of fluff that looks like snow, and a little like diorama of a little elf standing on the snow with little trees and stuff. If I had a photo, I would insert it, but I don't think I do. But it's really cute. And then here at my house, we have a little glass banana ornament, which is just kind of funny, like, to begin with. I find it funny, but I like it also because my husband's dad is a banana farmer. So it's kind of a like little family reference. And to go along with that, the next question was, when do you put up the tree? We do that at my personal house. We do that around a little bit before or right around Thanksgiving. We don't spend Christmas here, so I kind of want to get in as much tree time as I can. Since I'm not actually going to be with my own tree on Christmas Day. Yeah. So I think this year we put it up around my birthday, which is November 19th. Because we knew we were going to be away for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So normally I would wait until after Thanksgiving, but because this year Thanksgiving was kind of early and then we were going to be away, it just seemed like I may as well just put it up then. So I get as much enjoyment as I can out of it. And then we take down the tree usually maybe around the second week of January. Or at my parents' house, the tree goes up like on Thanksgiving or the day after. So yeah, I think around the second week of January is when the tree usually comes down at my house. And I think it's probably the same at my parents' house. I don't really remember when we would do that. The next question was, if you had to wear your best holiday outfit to your holiday Christmas party, what would it be? I will say I've never worked in an office, which is kind of by design. I don't think I would do well in that environment. But yeah, I've never worked in an office, so I actually don't really know what I would wear. I honestly do not own any work clothes because I don't need them. So that's a thing. So I would have to buy something. But I'd probably try to buy like a red or green dress. Or maybe like blue. And I have this necklace that I've had since I was a kid. My mom always used to buy them, and she bought them for all of her sisters as well. But they're like little necklaces with little like holiday light bulbs in different colors, and they're not light up ones. I've seen light up ones. I've had light up ones. They tend to break and kind of crap out. So yeah, I like the kind of old-fashioned ones that I've had since I was a kid that don't light up, and they're just really, really cute. Question 14 was, have you ever owned an ugly Christmas sweater? And I'm not sure that I have. My parents used to, when they were younger, they would go to ugly Christmas sweater parties, which I know have made a comeback. But no, I don't own an ugly Christmas sweater. I would like to. I would totally buy one. I kind of would want it to be special, so I only have to buy one. I do actually have a Hanukkah, like it's like an American Apparel pullover shirt. One of those like tri-blend pullover shirts with the like kind of the sleeves that are like kind of baggy. I don't know if that makes sense. And it says, it's like a Hanukkah one. It's blue and it has white writing on it, and it says Happy Hanukkah, and it has kind of like the Fair Isle kind of print on it. But it's not really ugly, and it's not really a sweater, so. Question 14 was, what is your favorite holiday candle? It's very hard to answer these questions and simultaneously do things. So I'm going to try to put down checklists while I do this. I don't know if I want to use the bows or the hearts. I think the bows are really cute. I'm going to use the bows. Yeah, so these are from Paper Blush Bar, and they're very cute, obviously. I think I only really need full checklists for Monday and Thursday. And the rest can just be 3 bow checklists. So yeah, favorite holiday candle. This one's kind of hard for me. I can't narrow it down to just one. Since we have a fake tree in my house, I like to have something Christmas tree scented. So Bath & Body Works Fresh Balsam is pretty good, but the absolute best Christmas tree scent that I found is, it's actually a wax melt. I think it comes in candle form too, but I like the wax melt. It's by, I think the brand is called Thymes, like the spice or the herb, Thymes. And I think it's called Fraser Fir. It's the most realistic Christmas tree smell that there is, as far as I'm concerned. It's very, very nice. Doesn't give me a headache, which a lot of like kind of pine evergreen scents do. And then just for like, you know, non-Christmas tree scents, I like Bath & Body Works Cranberry Woods. This year I bought the frankincense candle. As an ex-Catholic, I kind of, as odd as it maybe is, I do love the smell of like frankincense and myrrh and stuff. The frankincense candle is not quite like as intense a smell as the true like Catholic Church on Christmas Eve Mass smell, but it is quite nice. What else do I like? I've had some Diptyque little minis before. I think I had like an apple cider one, which was really good. And I also had one of their like balsam ones. Also very nice. But yeah, I think my number one recommendation would definitely be that Thymes Fraser Fir one. It's really, really nice. And I think I'll do one half checklist here on Saturday. Or maybe 4. I think I'll do a 4 bow checklist. And I think the last question was, how do you celebrate, or how will you celebrate New Year's Eve? And the answer to that, unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm not really sure which, is that we probably will not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for New Year's Eve. I think it's kind of disappointing usually. And going out is very expensive on New Year's Eve, obviously. So it just doesn't really feel worth it to me personally. My husband and I have been together for, this will be our 10th New Year's that we spent together, I'm pretty sure. Well, I think we maybe didn't spend it together a couple times, but our 10th New Year's as a couple, we'll say. And we went out the first year we were together, and then have not ever done it again since, which is perfectly fine with me. I don't really enjoy it. So yeah, but I mean, we probably watch a movie at home, and then we will stay up probably until midnight, because we're usually awake until midnight anyway. One thing I do wish about Jacks and Pepper Kits was that all of the half boxes wouldn't be exactly the same as each other, you know what I mean? Like, these are very, very pretty, but I feel like it's kind of repetitive. And it ends up looking a little bit cluttered, because this is kind of a busy outline there. Her paper is super, super nice, though. So yeah, we won't really be celebrating New Year's Eve, most likely. We just don't really, we're not into the bar scene. We'll probably buy a nice bottle of champagne and have that at home, and watch a movie. I don't really care for watching. I never really like the musical acts that they have for the New Year's Eve in Times Square thing. So yeah, I don't know. Probably won't really do anything, but hang out at home and drink champagne. So anyway, obviously I'm done with the questions now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of focus on what I'm doing. It's fun answering questions and actually talking through a whole video, but it does make it take a lot longer for sure. Okay. I think I'm gonna finish laying out kind of the base of the kit with the, boxes and things like that first. So I'll probably kind of speed through this part because it's not gonna be that interesting. I think on Friday it's probably the day that we're driving to Philly that evening. So I will put this box right in the middle of that to kind of mark that that's the drive. Okay, so I've got kind of, I think, all of the stuff from the kit that I'm going to use, at least for right now, down. I do like doing that thing where I put, I don't know if you've seen me do it or not actually, because I haven't filmed an Erin Condren with me in a bit. Let me see if I can find a good example of it. I absolutely love this spread. This was using a kit from Scribble Prints Co. It's a little bit busy, but I just love the way this spread came out. I've really been enjoying kind of doing this thing here where I use some of the washi underneath the checklists to kind of as a divider, and then use some foiled stickers to sort of accentuate it. So I'm gonna probably do that. I don't think the washi strips in here are quite as skinny. They're more like header size, the smallest ones, but that totally works anyway. I'm gonna pull in these little, like, I don't know if they're petals or hearts or heart-shaped petals or what. Anyway, I like that red, so I'm going to bring some more of that in. I think actually I'll do that here, the red one. And then I'll use maybe this like kind of silvery glitter one here. That one came out a little bit crooked. I like this because it kind of gives the look of like there being more there, but without cluttering it up too much in terms of losing white space. Then up here, let's see. I think down on the bottom there, I'll use this one here. So now I do need to go and kind of grab my foil stuff, and my Fox and Pip stickers kind of will form the rest of this. I feel like I kind of had my crap together today, and I actually already went through and pulled out the Fox and Pip stickers that I thought I was likely to want, and the foil sticker that I thought would kind of go with the kit. So I'll start with the foil first, I think. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this Fox and Pip sticker this is from last year, and this is the one from this year. I kind of want to use like the tall girl since I'm doing a height-wise box, there. So I think I'm going to put this here just to mark driving down to Philadelphia with my husband. I think that's really cute. And then I always end up doing some last minute gift wrapping on like Christmas Eve, so I think I'll put this little gift wrapping girl. Let's see, I'll put her in white space. I could kind of cover up, I think I'll do that right there. Just to kind of change up that box a little bit since they all have the holly in them, I think I'll use one of the small Netflix and chill stickers from the Fox and Pip. Because we'll probably watch TV with my parents on Saturday night. Thankfully my parents have like very similar taste in entertainment to me, like both music-wise and everything wise. Music, TV, movies, which is really nice because we get to kind of share things like that. I'm going to pull in these Rose Colored Days reading script stickers. I love these so much. I'm going to put one of them, let's see, where do I want to put it? Maybe like right there. Oh yeah, I think that's really cute. So I'll mark whatever I'm reading tomorrow. Probably, I've been listening to, on audio, The Queen of the Night. Queen of the Night? The Queen of the Night by Alexander G. It's so good. It came out in 2016, and it was kind of like one of the big literary books of last year. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Now I'll do another reading sticker, probably, I guess, Thursday. I just love to use these. They're so pretty, and I do like to track my reading in my planner, so. Go with that. I will also pull one of my Fox and Pip customs. I don't care if it doesn't go. I love these. I'm so happy that I got these when I did, because I've used them so much and I just adore them. I also know that I'm going to have an errand to run on Thursday night. I have to go pick up a couple last minute gifts before we drive down to Philadelphia. I think there's a pretty good chance that there'll probably be some kind of last minute errand on Saturday or Sunday as well, so probably both, honestly. I'll do like that. And I do have some foiled stickers pulled. I thought there's a red here, and then I thought kind of the grays on these two sheets would go. So put the light gray one in right there. There's plenty of space to write something in there as well. And I'll put a dark gray one up here. I'm going to put a red one here. And then I have these gray rose gold. This is from the Lizzie palette. I think they're called the foil drizzle dots from Clever Gal Crafts. I'm probably going to use two of these. Is there enough space to use one right here? Yeah. And I'll put one on Tuesday. I also have some more, I think these are the Flirty palette and icons. These came out last year for Valentine's Day. I'm not sure that these are still up in Clever Gal Crafts. Maybe she'll come out with them again. I'm not sure. I'm going to use, I think, a little camera icon right here, because I was planning to film a Plan With Me for Christmas week on Friday. And there's this little house icon right here, which I think I'll put on Wednesday, just as a reminder to get things tidied up a little bit before we leave. And then I think maybe this little meal icon here, which is so cute, I'll put right here. So I'll probably make something special for dinner on Christmas Eve. I think maybe I'll use one of these Clever Gal Crafts and Fox and Pip bows. Maybe I'll center one right in the top of this box. I can't tell if that's centered or not. I'm not great at eyeballing that. I feel like that's close. What else? What else? What else? I need to remember to pick up wine before we leave for Philly because, well, you can totally buy wine in Philadelphia, but I find it kind of annoying because you have to go to the state store. There's not always a great selection because you can't, all liquor in Philadelphia is basically sold by the state or at a liquor distributor, like a beer distributor. So beer distributors can't sell like wine and booze, and wine stores I think can't sell beer, and you can only, like, if you go to the corner store they have like 6-packs. It's all very strange. It's much easier to get it here in Rhode Island. So much less of a hassle. And I'm gonna put in one of these little night owl reading girls here. I love this sticker from the Fox and Pip. Right there. I want to do a bath night sticker too. These little me time stickers from the Fox and Pip. I think probably Wednesday night. Again, that's kind of nice because I can kind of cover up the holly so it's a little bit, it doesn't look quite as uniform, I guess. Does that make sense? Anything else? I feel like that looks pretty complete to me. Oh, I think I need something here. I did write a little pre-planning list out. Let's see. Oh, I need some kind of payday sticker for Thursday. And I want to mark that that's the last night of Hanukkah. I think I can do that in that box right there. This kind of might be it for right now because I don't really know exactly what's going on all week. It's going to kind of be a play it by ear sort of thing. I'm going to put, I'm going to put this little Fox and Pip in the zone sticker here up here to mark that I need to edit and upload this video tomorrow. I'll just put this little pin sticker here. Again, Clever Gal Crafts. That's from the Duly Noted kit in the Flirty, not kit, but sheet in the Flirty palette. I feel like that's kind of it. I don't think there's anything else that I know of that I can mark down, and I think everything's pretty much full here. I think it looks really pretty. I love the combination of this particular kit and foil. I think the rose gold kind of brightens it up a little bit. I feel like it maybe would have gone with silver too. It would have definitely gone with silver too. There's kind of little silver glitter accents. But I don't have that much in silver. I need to kind of boost up my stock of silver foil goodies. I'll do that probably right after Christmas once I have a little bit more spending money that isn't going to other people's gifts. So yeah, I think this is so pretty. I really enjoyed planning with this kit and with all of this pretty foil. And I really enjoyed answering those questions from Jasenia, Holly, who else was in that tag? I think Kiki from Paper Planner Princess and Viv from Viv Loves to Plan. So yeah, I really enjoyed doing that, and I'm glad that they created that tag, so thank you to them. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you next week with another plan with me for Christmas week, which is very exciting. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!